Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Emma, and for those of you returning, welcome back. In today's video, I will be doing a chit chat. Get ready with me. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then just keep watching. First thing I'm going to go ahead and grab is my Dose of Colors Baked Browns palette. I'm going to grab this shade right here, this one. There's like a lot of fallout in this one, I did notice, but I'm going to grab that shade and I'm going to put that, place that at the top right here. This is going to be basically my transition color. Okay, so once I add that shade, I'm going to go ahead and grab this brush, which is a crease brush, and I'm going to grab the darker shade, which is this one right here. That one's deserted. I don't know. We're going to say it is, okay? We're going to say it's deserted. I'm going to place this only like in the crease. I'm not going to go above the crease because I don't want to. I want this to be more towards the bottom because I'm going to use a darker shade at the bottom. So I'm going to place that right here and then just blend it right here. Only in the crease. This past weekend, well, yeah, past weekend, I guess. Friday we went to the fair. If you live in Dallas, you know that it's fair season basically. So we went. Oh my god, it was so freaking nice. The weather was like not cold, it was chilly. It was like, I don't know, 50s, 60s, something like that. It was like, yeah, it was in the mid 50s, I believe, already at that point by the time we got there. But oh my god, it was so freaking beautiful. Like, of course it was packed, but it wasn't like, to me it was perfect. I think it was good. So we stayed there for a few hours, and then finally towards the end, the kids were bugging about coming home and when were we leaving, which we had our nephew with us, and even he was like, are we gonna leave yet? Are we gonna leave yet? Because he was tired. So it was funny, but the kids had fun. He got on a ride. He's never been on rides before, so I was a little nervous for him. And of course the ride he gets on was probably one of the worst ones to get on. It's the ones that spin, but as you're spinning individually as well, so you're spinning like twice. So by the time he hit that third run, like that third loop, he was like done for. You could see that he looked like he was about to throw up. When he got off, he was like, I kept telling him to stop, but he wouldn't listen. I was like, he's not gonna stop, so he's gonna keep going. I'm grabbing a little bit more of that shade, but me and my husband were dying when he was like, I kept telling him to stop. But overall, they had fun. The baby, I didn't even put him on any rides. I didn't think he would want to get on. So I got on a couple. And then I got on one. Then I didn't freaking realize what it did until once I was on. And I was trying so hard to get Rory to go on. I was like, go with me, baby, go with me. And then she was like, no, I'll sit off on this one. And I was like, all right, whatever. I was like, well, I'll go by myself. It wasn't scary, but I wasn't expecting it to do what it did. So to me, I'm going to describe it as a seesaw. So it's like a seesaw like this, right? You have one here, you have one here. And each side had about 8, I think it had about 8 seats. So we start spinning and spinning on the sides, right? And then all of a sudden you feel it start lifting up. So I was like, whatever, I got this, whatever. Like, I was fine. But when that motherfucker stood straight up like this, and the that was controlling the machine stops it. So then I'm sitting here hanging like this, and I'm like, bro, if you don't get this fucking moving again, I'm gonna be pissed. So finally he starts moving it again, and then there was this little girl next to me. I felt so bad for her. Her mom let her get on by herself. And she's like, and you could hear, she's like, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. And I was like, oh, you poor baby. She was like at least 6, like she was little, she was like 6 or 7, but I was dying. I was like, you poor thing. I go into the Boxycharm Blink Electric Ice palette. Ice, yeah, like ice. And I'm going to grab, I don't know, like I said, I'm gonna link everything down below, but I'm gonna grab this shade right here, which is this maroon one, and it has shimmer, which is so pretty. I'm going to add that on my lid. Like, do it this way, and I'm just gonna add it like this. It's a tiny bit of the shade that I believe is Cherry Wood, and I'm gonna blend again just right here, just to make sure there's everything comes together right here. Clean it. Grab a little bit more of the same shade that we started with at the beginning at the top of the eyeshadow. Wait. Place that back on the transition color. I'm a dumbass. Dumbass status over here. But what I'm trying to say is now that I'm done with the eyeshadows, I'm going to go ahead and do the liner so you can see what it looks like with the liner. I always have trouble doing liner on camera for the fact that I don't know if you can see me doing it, so. This is what the eye looks like when I'm done. I'm gonna go ahead and record this eye as well on camera, but I will be speed forwarding it, so I won't be doing any talking. So let's finish this one. The lighter shade right here, and I'm gonna place that on my brow bone right here. My eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and add some mascara so I can go ahead and throw on some lashes. Swap hands, because we know I can't do that. Use one hand for mascara, I gotta do both. So we watched Annabelle Comes Home. That one was good. I think that one's probably, well, I can't say it's one of my, well, it is one. I mean, Annabelle is like a favorite of mine to watch, but I can't say that's like my favorite one that they made of her, because there's like so many of them. But bitch, let me tell you, okay, there was a part I don't know if I should spoil it, but then again I might, because if you haven't seen it, I'm gonna warn you, because that part scared the shit out of me. So there's a part where, while they're drying, I'm gonna tell you this part. So there's a part where she's in her room. The little girl's in her bedroom, right? Like, she already picked up the covers, and she saw that Annabelle was basically chilling at her bed, so she's freaking the fuck out, right? So all of a sudden you see, like, her bed's here. There's obviously there's a wall there, and you can see the shadow, right? Like, you can see, like, there's like a little light coming through the room. So you see like Annabelle, and then it turns from Annabelle to like a little girl, and then it turns from a little girl to like an older girl, and then from an older girl you see the figure of a freaking demon, like the devil. You see like this tall figure with the horn, the hooves and everything. Horns, yeah, the hooves. And she's looking at it, and she's like, what the fuck, right? Tell me why. The mother popped up right next to her, okay? The demon that she saw on the wall was legit right here, and he was like looking at her. Oh my god. And I like to look down when I place my lashes. I feel like it helps putting them on. No poreblem problem. This is why YouTubers link things in the description, because sometimes they don't want to say them wrong, because we clearly see. But I can't freaking talk today. Hella soft, it's hydrated right now, it's like doing really, really good. So I am proud of myself for that, because I haven't been bullshitting. To bring that down right here as well. Friday I took little Mondo to his 15-month checkup. I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about it on camera, but I kind of do, for the fact that maybe someone has experienced this with their son or their daughter, and maybe y'all can give me advice on how to get him to do it better, because he just is not. So he's 15 months as of the 9th, and he does not walk yet. He could care less about walking. He stands, but if he stands, it's very, very, it's like a short period of time. He does not really care. Like when I say, like, literally he does not care for walking, he does not care for walking. We put him in the walker. We've had a jumper for him for the longest, and that would actually help him stand too when he was smaller. Constantly working with him, but I have been concerned about it, because I'm like, my daughter started walking at 13 months, and even before she was walking, she was already showing that she wanted to walk. Like, she was holding up around the couches and everything. So with him, it's like he just doesn't, like, he has no interest in it, you know what I mean? So of course, just felt like that's not right. I'm like, even if he doesn't want to walk, he should at least show some kind of interest in wanting to walk or stand, and he doesn't. his doctor, I've already called and spoke with him and told him, you know, like, I'm concerned about him not wanting to walk. He shows no interest in standing, like, just does not care for it. And the doctor was like, you know what, he's like, he did crawl later than what I wanted him to. The baby did not start crawling until 10 and a half months. So the baby's pediatrician was like, you know what, he crawled later than what I would have liked him to. So he said it could be that his legs aren't fully strong enough to hold his weight yet. He's like, let's give him to 15 months because on average, he said, babies usually don't walk until they're 15, 16 months. But he said if he's not walking by his 15th month checkup, that he said he's gonna go ahead and evaluate his legs and everything and see what's going on. Well, 15-month checkup came and he's still not walking. So I told him, I said, he's still not walking. He has no interest, like, he just doesn't care for it. And he checked him out. He, you know, did all kinds of little things with his legs. He said, you know, everything's basically in place. His legs, bones, everything's in place. But he stood him up to see if the baby could stand. And the way he stands is he'll stand up, right? Like, he stands on his legs, but when you hold his hands, instead of him standing straight up, like, I use it as an example, as a board. When babies stand, they stand like a board, like they're stiff, they're straight, right? Well, Mondo, when he stands, he leans forward. So he's standing up, but he's leaning forward and his hands are like this. Like, it's just weird the way he does it. Like, he doesn't do it like you normally should stand. So when the doctor saw that, he was like, yeah, he goes, I don't like the way that looks. So that already started freaking me out. He starts telling me about Scottish Rite, which I've already heard of Scottish Rite. So I already knew who they were. So he's told me that the baby needs to see a specialist. So of course I start freaking out and I'm like, oh my God, like, you know, like, the word specialist to me, I feel like it makes the situation sound worse than what it really is. Like, I feel like I'm gonna start crying. I know he's okay, but when you're a mother and you know that there's something wrong with your child, you can tell. And I've been saying it. I said, I can't talk about it. And I've been saying that I know, not that something's wrong, but I feel like he's not where he needs to be when it comes to walking or standing. So a specialist is going to call us this week and they're going to evaluate him and check his bones, because the doctor did say his legs are not strong like they should be. He said they should be a whole lot stronger. He's like, and they're not strong enough yet. He's like, I'm very concerned. He's like, so we're going to get you to a specialist ASAP. Within 10 minutes of me leaving the pediatrician's office, he called me. He said Scottish Rite was giving him not really the runaround, but they weren't going to be able to see us until December or January, and he wasn't having that. He said, I need him to get seen ASAP. So he found a specialist in Fort Worth, and we're gonna take him there. They're gonna call me most likely tomorrow so we can get him checked out. So I know everything's fine, I mean, but it does suck knowing that your son just doesn't want to walk. If anyone has had this like happen to their child where they just don't show no interest, I've had friends of mine say that their babies didn't walk till they were 2.5. So he could be that child that just does not want to walk until later on, you know. But if there is something that I could do to speed the process along to make him want to walk, let me know, because I really would love for him to walk. Honestly, I would love for a miracle to happen and have him walk before the specialist happens, because I feel like that's just going to make the situation worse than what it really is. I know there's nothing wrong with him. I personally think that he's just lazy. But I am thankful that the doctor does want to look further into it, because what if there is something wrong and we're just thinking, oh, he's just lazy, you know? So I am blessed that the doctor's like, no, we need to get him looked at ASAP, because he's like, that concerns me. So I'm very, very thankful that he does want to get the baby checked on, because I would hate for it to be something worse, you know? But I'm gonna think positive. I'm not gonna think negative. I don't want to think negative. I hate negative vibes. So all I'm thinking is, my son's fine. He's just being lazy. You can clearly tell he's the type that's like, I'm gonna do it when I want to do it. You're gonna sit here and wait. You can tell that's the attitude he has. So I'm hoping and praying that everything's fine, and he's just gonna be a late bloomer, that he's just gonna do it when he's ready. So what do you think I should try? Because we've been working with him every day. I put him in the walker as soon as he gets up, because that's like the best, he's like in the best mood, you know, when he wakes up. So I put him in the walker, and then take him out, give him breakfast, whatever, he goes about his business, let him crawl for a little bit. And then when I get on my lunch or off of work, I work with him. I sit on the floor, try to get him to stand. When my husband gets home, he gets with him, tries to get him to stand. He just, you know, so we're working with him. Like, my daughter sits there with him and she tries to work with him too. Like, we're all working with him to get him to stand, but he just doesn't want to. So the doctor did say to keep doing what we're doing. He said I'm gonna put some right here on my smile lines too, because we know we crease up there. So he said just to keep working with him. He's like, just keep doing what you're doing. He said he could get it on his own. He said, but if he doesn't, you know, but if not, he still wants to get him seen. So he will be seen most likely within the next 2 weeks. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. I've already cried like 1,000 times, and I really broke down last night, and my husband was holding me because it just sucks, you know. I see babies that are like 4 or 5 months younger than him and they're walking, and I'm like, when are you gonna walk, you know? So it does suck, but I know everything's gonna be fine. He's a strong little boy, so we'll get there. I know he's gonna do it when he's ready to do it, you know. So all this off real quick, get the eyelash applicator, and I just pinch my lashes and my natural lashes and the false lashes together. So I'm gonna grab my contour palette. Now my eyes are just staying watery, so I'm gonna apply some contour right here. I'm done with the contour. I done hid my double chin. So I actually have been contouring my nose, and we know I was not very fond of that, but I've been doing it recently, and I guess because I'm actually trying to do it, and back then I just wasn't, you know, I didn't care for it, but now I'm actually trying, so I kind of like it now. Like snatched. And what I use is this is the, I can't think of it, but I use this and I pinch it, and I feel like it gives it the perfect, you know, amount of powder that you need. So just right here. Has anyone seen the new Joker movie? I have not yet. I haven't gone to we haven't had a date night to go to the movies, but the previews look pretty fucking intense, so I want to see it so bad. I put too much. Oh my god, I put too much. It's like that. Before I apply my mascara, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face. Oh, this one smells like mint. It smells freaking good. Press that in just a little bit. Eyebrows in place, and I always brush the hairs right here in the front up. I love the way they have that look, like the way they're brushed up in the front, that little fan look. Freaking love it. Now that I'm done with the look, the only thing I'm gonna do now is add some lip liner and then lip gloss. So I'm gonna go ahead and start adding that right now. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my e.l.f. lip plumping lip gloss. So that's gonna go ahead and end today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed today's makeup look, today's chit chat. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you do get notified every time I post a new video. And if there is any particular videos you would like to see, go ahead and just drop it down in the comment box below. And thanks for watching. Bye.